What's up? What's good? It's your boy Tommy Springfield back with another one of these videos. But before I get into all that, I like to say I'm the realest dude out my city, and what I really want to know is how y'all doing out there? In this video, we got a dumb black dude from the hood with his hood thinking. He beats a double homicide. He shoots two people, kills them, and he beat it. If you slow, beat it means he blew trial. And if that don't help you, he took it to trial and he was found not guilty by a jury. But old Dum Dum, a week or two later, kills his baby moms. Dumbass. Enough of me talking. Let's let the story tell itself.
Up here at 10 o'clock, this pregnant mother had her entire life ahead of her with her kids. That's until her boyfriend, who's accused of killing her, snuffed out her future. Billy Adams lured Alana Sims with a promise of a party days after he was acquitted of double murder. And tonight, in a story you'll only see on Fox 13, one juror tells us they knew he would kill again. Fox 13's Janae Lewis joins us live in studio with this powerful story. Hi there, Janae. What exactly brought this juror to come forward?
Mark, the juror decided to speak with us given the publicity of the case because he wanted people to understand their role. He says it was a horrible feeling to see Sims' death happening just days after Adams' acquittal.
January 27, 2023, more than 2 years after being charged with the murders of Trayvon Albury and Daniel Thompson.
State of Florida versus Billy Adams III.
Billy Adams would hear the jury's verdict on murder charges. On count 1,
the defendant is not guilty.
On count 2,
the defendant is not guilty.
Visible relief on Adams' face, but now we know the jury wasn't exactly comfortable with its decision.
I want to make clear that no one on the jury actually believed Billy Adams' testimony, but we didn't have to believe his testimony. What we needed to find was proof of guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, and we could not find that.
Asking us to conceal his identity for safety.
Now, so far in this video, I have no problem, but what I have a problem with is this juror. Yeah, he blurred his face, but I blurred my face because I don't want people. You want to be famous, brother. There's no reason, if you made a decision in that room to let this man go, that's just it. You let him go. Don't come back later saying, oh, we knew he was guilty and we knew. Okay, you should have said guilty. I don't want to hear no juror after the case is over, after you let the dude go, and because he committed another crime, you knew. No, you didn't. Because if you knew, you wouldn't have cared, and y'all would have found him guilty of the other crimes. Stop the bullshit.
Juror spoke exclusively to Fox 13, calling the deliberations intense and initially divided.
I feel strongly because the prosecution left gaping holes in their case, and they did not equip us with what we needed to reach a verdict of premeditated first-degree murder.
Adams claimed he was in fear for his life when he fired the fatal shots in a home recording studio. He even took the stand and testified in his own defense. Criminal defense attorneys not involved with this case say these kinds of cases are always tough for prosecutors.
Especially in a case like this, where you have a defendant who takes the stand and he tells the story and he looks the jurors in the eyes in a convincing manner, explaining why he felt that it was necessary for him to act in self-defense and kill them before he could be killed.
He was not justified in his actions when he shot and killed Trayvon Albury and Daniel Thompson.
The juror we spoke with says the state didn't present sufficient evidence to prove otherwise.
The prosecution, while it's not required to provide a motive, didn't provide a motive. So we had to say either this young man, for no apparent reason, got up and executed in cold blood these two men, who he may have come there with or may not have come there with, or his story.
He says instructions were clear. The state must prove premeditated murder beyond a reasonable doubt. So the jury voted to acquit Adams, even though it left at least some of them with an uneasy feeling.
All right. Next issue. So once again, this juror with the big mouth that wants to be a somebody. Because why else would you go to the news? What you're saying doesn't add to his new case, doesn't add to his old case. So you just want to be famous and be heard. Now, you said that there wasn't enough evidence beyond a reasonable doubt to find him guilty, right? So y'all found him not guilty. Okay, that's the end of it. Why are you here talking about, oh, yeah, we still thought he was guilty and we still thought this? You could have found him guilty if you thought he was guilty. It doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah, we found him not guilty, but we thought he was guilty. We didn't believe him, but we let him go. If you didn't believe him, that means he was lying. You know, that's reason for you to suspect he guilty. But guess what? You found him not guilty because the man probably did defend himself. That's what the evidence probably showed you. But white people just can't let black people be. When the court system works in our favor, it's always broken. But when it don't work in white people favor, yo, something wrong with the system and it need to be fixed. But when they find us guilty and send us to jail and we find out 30, 40 years later the person is innocent, it ain't, bro. It did what it was supposed to do.
To have to free someone when you thoroughly believe he probably was guilty, it's a terrible thing to do. I even said to one of the other jurors, the other jurors stated that he'll be back here. And I said, yes, but then there'll be another body.
And less than 3 days after his acquittal, Tampa police would find the body of 22-year-old Alana Sims feet away from her young son sleeping. Police would quickly link Adams to her death, alleging he lured her there, then shot and killed the pregnant woman because he didn't want to be a father. When this juror heard that news,
it came as quite a shock, even though I expected it some.
I'm just a little curious. It said 3 days after his acquittal, right? I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. Wouldn't he been in jail for 2 years? Because this case is 2 years old. So wouldn't he have been in jail for 2 years on a double murder? Unless Florida let y'all bail out. But if he's in jail, he's only been out for 3 days and he kills this girl. And, oh, maybe she wasn't pregnant. Maybe she was pregnant with not his kid because she couldn't been pregnant with him. He been in jail for 2 years. He only been out for 3. Who knows they pregnant in 3 days? So maybe she was pregnant by somebody else. Okay, I answered my own question. Never mind.
Point. He might reoffend. I didn't think it would be just a few days after we acquitted him.
He believes the next jury Billy Adams faces will be in a better position.
We had to follow the law, and I'm glad that in this second case, this second trial, there will be apparently overwhelming evidence of his guilt. The next jury will be able to take this person off the streets for good.
We received a statement from the state attorney's office that reads in part, while we respect the verdict of the jury in the prior case, we disagreed with it, and that is why we prosecuted him. We will continue to work with TPD to prosecute him for these latest crimes. Adams was denied bond in the most recent case, where he's also claiming self-defense. Police say Adams admitted.
Nothing funny, but before I let this ride out, I had to chuckle because he's screaming self-defense again. That's crazy.
The latest killing after the stories he gave him didn't add up.
Jenny Lewis with us live in our studio. Jenny, thanks very much.
If you're a supporter of the channel, much love and respect. You like these little court cases and my commentary along with them, hit that like, share, subscribe, click the bell, and click all so you can get notifications every time I drop one of these videos. And if you out here just hating, cut the shit.